Hey Chantel, what are we doing today?
We are flying!
Do you know the song, God's got the whole world in his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands? That song came to mind when we were flying. It was such a unique experience to get to see the world from a bird's eye view. And this Bible verse is what also came to mind. From Job chapter 12, verses 7 through 10. But ask the beasts, and they will teach you, the birds of the heaven, and they will tell you, or the bushes of the earth, and they will teach you, and the fish of the sea will declare to you. Who among all these does not know the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. It's so easy to get lost in our little world and miss the bigger perspective. God has the whole world in his hands. In fact, the whole universe. When we fly, typically it's not a 4-person plane. Typically it's a commercial plane as we travel from place to place. But there's this little moment of joy when we realize that we get to look down and see the clouds and see the little tiny buildings and the cars, and we want that window side seat so we can take pictures and show people a different perspective. And that's kind of the joy in travel too. We get this opportunity to go to a culture or a community that isn't our own. We get to meet people that we wouldn't have met unless we traveled away from our work and from our typical lives. And we get to have a different perspective. Now imagine God. God has the whole world in his hands. He has the whole universe. He's able to see everything. And when you're in a plane, the houses get smaller and smaller, the cars get smaller and smaller, and people become these tiny microscopic specks. And God, when he's holding the whole universe, like, it would be so easy for him to forget about us, to completely, we're minute. We're very tiny in the grand scheme of things. But God created the world. He created the animals, and he created us. And he sent his son for us, and he loves us so much that we can't deny it. That we can't deny that God knows the hairs on our heads. He knows us by name. He knows our joys and our struggles and our personal passions, including our love for travel. And he meets us where we're at day to day. And that's kind of what I want us to rejoice in today, that God has the world. He has our cares and our dreams in his hands, and he cares about us so much. And even though it's easy to feel like we're lost in a crowd, especially when we're traveling and we're among strangers, that we're just one person in a billions of people. And that sometimes we just feel lost and separated from everything, that we're lost and alone. God is never leaving you. God is with you, and he wants to celebrate you each and every single day, just like he celebrates all of creation, and he celebrates that through the forgiveness and death through his son. And so while you're traveling, I hope you have the opportunity to celebrate those things with those around you. I hope that you are enjoying your travels, and I encourage you to subscribe to the link below and leave comments about moments when you have seen God's perspective in your travels. God's blessings and safe travels. Bye!